Hey guys, this is Joshua with Ballistic Buddies, and in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to reassemble your Ruger 1022. Okay guys, let's go to the tools you're going to need to assemble your gun. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver, something to use as a punch. I just have a smaller bit for the driver, a hammer to drive the pins back in, and it's also helpful to have something to rest the gun on. I just use a roll of electrical tape. So all the parts you're going to have is your barrel receiver, your trigger assembly, your bolt handle and spring assembly, your bolt, the two pins that hold your trigger assembly in, your bolt stop pin, in which case I have a replacement tougher buffer, your barrel band, and then your stock. So the first thing you're going to want to do is take your bolt handle and spring assembly and insert this into the gun through the ejection port. This is going to go into the there's a little recess cut into this piece of metal right here for it to rest into. Next, you're going to want to take your bolt and install that. So what you're going to do is take your flathead screwdriver, and it's going to go here in front of the bolt handle, and you're going to pull back on the bolt handle with the screwdriver and with your finger on the bolt handle at the same time. Okay, so make sure it's all the way back, then grab your bolt, make sure the firing pin is facing down, and then place it in. You'll hear it click, and then it can ride forward. One tip to make sure the bolt goes in easier: don't let the back of the bolt go into the receiver at an angle. Make sure it's flat when it goes straight in. So next, what you're going to want to do is install the bolt stop pin. So I'm going to just take my tougher buffer, rest the gun on my electrical tape, and just drive it in here through the side. Okay, there we go. Next, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to install your trigger assembly. So when you go to flip it upside down, the ejector will want to flip up, so just make sure it stays in its little slot right there, and kind of hold the ejector in when you place it into the gun. Next, you're going to take the two pins that hold it in, line up the holes, and slide the pins in. Okay, so that is the action done. Now you're going to want to take your stock, and you're going to want to put the action in the stock. To do this, try to center up the safety here, and then slip your stock on it. Okay, then you're going to take your flathead screwdriver and tighten down this screw right here that holds the action together. This doesn't have to be overly tight, just make sure you snug it up. Okay, next you're going to want to install your barrel band up here. To do this, all you have to do is slip the band over the end of the muzzle, slip it on, then just tighten the pin, the screw right there. Once you tighten this screw down, you are done with the reassembly. It's not too hard. Just work the bolt a few times, make sure everything's working right. Put the safety on, make sure it doesn't allow the gun to fire when the safety's on, and there you go. It's all done.